So right now we're going to list off some of my favorite and least favorite characters, objects, holes, and just general happenings in Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. First up, let's talk about the best and the worst non-playable characters. The best, definitely King Zora. He's a tough but shrewd businessman. It's tough to get to his business, which is the tough part. And he's shrewd because he charges me 500 rupees, slightly over half of all the rupees a man can possibly have in his name, just for some flippers. I mean, how bad do I swim that flippers are the deciding factor between whether I drown or not? Anyway, this isn't about me, it's about King Zora, and I do appreciate that he gives me the flippers at all, because that is very convenient. That's why he's the best character in Link to the Past. The worst character is the uncle. He's absolutely useless. I mean, tells you to stay home, you don't. Good work, Link. The last thing you did before your uncle died was you disobeyed a direct plea from him. But it doesn't matter, because you disobey a direct plea from your uncle, and minutes later, find your uncle downed, alone, in a sewer, having failed his one and only mission, and he leaves it up to you, a child, to complete the mission a grown man could not. So useless. But there's a lot of useless characters in the game. I think he's tied with the quote-unquote loyal sage, i.e. the priest, who hangs out in the sanctuary with Princess Zelda, at least until Princess Zelda gets kidnapped. I mean, a lot of help you were, a lot of help Sanctuary was, if you could just barge in, and it's no longer Sanctuary. I mean, then it's just a regular old house, and, you know, that's not going to keep Ganon out. I don't think it is. I mean, he looks pretty tough. So, the priest and the uncle tied for useless worst characters that do nothing. Except, well, I guess the uncle gave me a sword, so that was kind of nice. But, what was he going to do with it? He was dying anyway. Give me your sword. So, we have the best and the worst shops. Now, I'm not a man that goes to shops in Zelda games unless that's the only way to get an item. But I still have my favorite and least favorite shops. The worst shop is the shop in the Dark World, north of the smithy, that is really far out of the way. You have to jump a couple fences to get there. And then the store's merchandise is just as bad as any other shop. I mean, okay, you can buy a red shield there, to be fair, but to be much fairer, you can get red shields for free from a fairy. No need to open your wallet at all. So is it really that great of a store? No. And then you have to jump another fence to leave the store. Not exactly, well, I guess that's the kind of, when you live next to a town full of thieves, I guess that can be a little forgiven. But why would you have who could run a store in a town full of thieves? Anyway, my favorite shop is definitely the potion shop. I mean, it's the only shop that has those things, and those things are things I need, and the shop is also in a great and convenient location located by the waterfront. You can't miss it.